boys and girls. Welcome to day 2 of Divine Order. My name is Resa Edwards. I am the Messiah. And remember, let's have adults only, please. 16 and under, not admitted without a parent, please. Now, my first little mini announcement is I'm being told I use my hands too much. You know, I speak with my hand. I'm a hand speaker. Please don't be distracted by my hands, because truth be told, I could put all this on y'all and then you really will be distracted, okay? So please put up with my hands. I'm a teacher, not an orator. You know, I'm sorry, okay? Now, what makes a demon? What makes Satan's minion? What makes someone mostly adverse? Well, it's easy. God says a demon or Satan's minion is anyone who can voluntarily participate in innocent harm. Now, you know what an innocent is. An innocent is a child. An innocent is someone who's unarmed. You know what I mean? An innocent is someone that doesn't know anything about you, is not aggressing upon you. This individual is considered innocent. So now that we're speaking about innocent harm, we're stumbling upon the first principle of peace. The principles of peace is everything to puny humans, okay? Principles of peace streamline human behavior so that you stay away from adversity, okay? So what you need to comprehend is that you belong, greater than likely, okay? You belong to a group of people who are considered hopelessly lost. Hopelessly lost citizen can be very demonic. Greater than likely, you are very demonic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you through God's principles of peace how to properly recognize Satan. Because if you don't recognize Satan, you'll never know you're his minion. Capiche? Make sense? Okay. Number 0 of the principles of peace. By the way, 0 is number 1 in divine order. You know, you guys, your math is really fucked up. You start your number line with 1. So in order for you to comprehend, I'm going to speak in English and in number language. Okay, so number 1, the very first principle of peace is, thou shalt not harm innocents. Period. You feel me? If it's innocent, leave it alone. Now, what you're going to have to do is you have to recognize that innocent harm can be intentional or unintentional. Okay, well, let me give you an example so we can just nip this in the bud. Unintentional innocent harm. An example, okay? A friend who lets another friend drive home drunk. Your dumb ass wants some sex, okay? So you don't take your friend's key and you know he's clearly drunk. So you hope he gets home safe. Bye-bye. I'm about to plug this. So you let your friend drive home drunk, but you never see your friend again because he wraps himself around a pole or a tree. You did not actually put him in the car. You did not drive the car for him. But comprehend, you're not innocent. You could have done something to protect your friend or your loved one. Every adult individual, okay, holds a responsibility level in negative circumstance. Right here we learned about mostly negative circumstance. But I'm giving you an example of innocent harm, which is a mostly negative circumstance, okay? Another example of unintentional harm is when your loved one comes to visit you from someplace else and your loved one doesn't know about your area or what you're into. You might be into drugs. You might be into gang violence. You might be into anything negative or mostly negative. But you don't give your loved one an opportunity to make a wise decision, and we'll get into that. Because you conceal the negative circumstance. So you lead your loved one into the lion's den. Unbeknownst to your loved one, negative circumstance surrounds this area. So your loved one ends up dead. Did you pull the trigger? No, you did not. But you hold a responsibility level because you knew that area had a high level of negative circumstance. You knew that, it could possibly be a shootout or a fight and something happens to your loved one. You hold a responsibility level in that negative circumstance. Example of intentional harm. That's easy. Rape, robbery, mental manipulation, unprovoked aggression, STD transfer. Now, I know you are going to say, you know what, Larissa? I don't give a fuck about nobody else and transferring harm to an innocent person because nobody gave a fuck about me. I was innocent and somebody gave me HIV. And if that happened to you, believe me, that shit is fucked up. Seriously. However, unless someone put a gun to your head, you must accept your level of responsibility in your negative circumstance. Comprehend you're innocent too. It's time to understand divine order because, see, divine order produces peacemakers. Peacemakers are the opposite of Satan's minion or demon. Peacemaker doesn't suck Satan's yank. Peacemaker make wise decision by properly protecting innocence. Period. No matter who that innocent might be, innocent doesn't have a race. It doesn't have a gender. It doesn't have an age or wealth. Okay? Innocent is innocent. Someone who is not aggressing upon you, they're minding their business, they don't know you from a can of paint, you have a responsibility to leave them alone. Okay? When you really boil everything down to ground zero, especially here in America, what I need everyone to comprehend is life is based on decision. Now, you have an opportunity to make wise decision. You have an opportunity to make unwise decision. Comprehend unwise decision is not number supported. Greater than likely, any unwise decision that you participate in is based on somebody's word or somebody's opinion. It's not a fact. So you move towards chaos. Okay? Comprehend any form of chaos or mostly negative circumstance is unwise. So you don't want to voluntarily participate in it. We must learn to turn away from adversity. Okay? What we have here is voluntary participation in adversity. You may not be able to recognize adversity. You may not know that you're sucking Satan's yank. But comprehend, right off the ripper, before we go into any other of God's principles of peace, innocence is always protected properly, period. Make all your decisions to let adversity end with you. Do not voluntarily participate in adverse activity that makes you a demon. So what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on what adversity is, separating fact from fiction. Also, understand, any form of innocent harm is unacceptable. Either one. This one, it doesn't matter. Unintentional is unacceptable. Nobody wants to hear, oops, oh, I'm sorry your loved one died or is harmed because I made a mistake. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Understand, you must learn to properly protect everyone, including yourself. Stay away from mostly negative circumstance. One more thing I have to say. Believe me when I tell you, you are going to seek God one day. You just don't know it yet. You understand? If you're not seeking God's face now, I will let you know something is terribly wrong, okay? We'll get into that. Comprehend. God doesn't fool with demons. Why should God forgive a demon? If you voluntarily participate in innocent harm, don't seek God's forgiveness. That's not how it works. Join us tomorrow. We will get a little bit more into numbers so you can understand this number line and how negative circumstance leads to chaos. We can see that, okay? With no number support, you're just going to increase your negative numbers, which is absolutely retarded, okay? Positive, wise decisions and positive circumstance leads to peace and prosperity. That's where you want to be. So we'll go over that a little bit more tomorrow.